Just like gone on YouTube to give your brain some new food.
Hello people, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time on the channel, a special welcome to you. I ask that you check out the rest of my videos. If you like what you see, give them a thumbs up, leave a comment, but more than anything, I'm asking that you subscribe to the channel. Today I'm going to be fulfilling a request that was made by one of my subscribers on how to become a Jamaican. Of course I could say just grow your hair, learn patois, probably smoke some weed and that will do it, right? But I hope my subscribers and my viewers have a sense of humor, because there is so much more to being a Jamaican than the stereotype of having a dread. Obviously I'm 100% authentic Jamaican, and as you can see, I'm bald. But being a Jamaican is not all about having dreadlocks. It's not all about having a Caribbean accent or a Jamaican accent. It's not all about speaking patois. Jamaica is an island in the Caribbean and its official language is English. However, it is world renowned that we speak Jamaican patois, aka Creole language. But anyway, how one speak or how one look does not make them Jamaican or not Jamaican, or does not make them qualified for being a Jamaican or not being qualified being a Jamaican. To become a Jamaican, you have to be a part of what I call the band. When I say the band, I mean B-A-N-D, the band. By birth, adoption, naturalized, or by descendant. So you have to actually tick one of those boxes in order to become a Jamaican. So let's address them one by one. If you were born in the island of Jamaica after August 6, 1962, undoubtedly, you are a Jamaican national, you are a Jamaican citizen. I'm going to get into the specification of 1962 in a minute. And if you're adopted by a Jamaican family and satisfied all the boxes that's required by the government of Jamaica and its legislation, then you are a Jamaican despite which other country you were born in. Same goes to becoming a naturalized citizen. If you have lived in Jamaica for a period of time and you have qualified to become a naturalized citizen, satisfying all the rules and regulation with the Jamaican immigration and citizenship, then you will be given a naturalized certificate, and again, despite where you were born, you are now a Jamaican national, a Jamaican citizen. And the last one is by descendant. And if you guys watch my last video, you will know what I mean by descendant, because I did mention the fact that my wife was born in the United Kingdom, but considering that her parents, both her parents, are Jamaicans, it was very easy for her to attain a Jamaican citizenship by descendant, by her parentage. There are also other ways of becoming a Jamaican, like in most modern day countries and their immigration policies. So I would say, for example, let's say you go to Jamaica to study and you're living there while you're studying. Obviously, you're there on a visa basis, and you could also apply for permanent residency or temporary residency while you're there. Again, if you satisfy the requirements of the immigration department in Jamaica, you could become a permanent resident, and in eventuality, you could also apply for citizenship in Jamaica. Again, I'm leaving a lot of gray areas here because I'm talking about immigration laws and they change all the time. So I'm deliberately leaving gray areas here for some of my commenters to inject what they know currently or what developed in the future. So I'm not being specific by saying you have to satisfy job or housing or you have to have an exact amount of money in the bank. Speaking of money in the bank, another way you can attain residency in Jamaica is, most countries of the world, including Jamaica, one of their main concern when you're coming to Jamaica is that you will not become a burden to the state. Meaning, if you can show proof that you can financially take care of yourself independently, there's a high chance that you will be granted some residency in Jamaica. If you are coming to Jamaica to invest in a business, you will also be most likely to attain some form of business residency. But let's say your business becomes successful and it has extended its time in Jamaica over a certain period of years. You and your family may have now been rooted in Jamaica, and Jamaica has become your life. So again, you'd have to use that business angle, the financial angle, and your residence angle. You know, you have to show your loyalty to the country. So if you can show proof that you've consistently lived on the island and you have only left the island for short breaks, then that could also work in your favor in becoming a Jamaican. Again, let me emphasize and says, I deliberately did not go specifically on what the requirements are in Jamaica, because I know some, but I don't know all. And while I might be doing this video at this very moment, the rules could be changing. That's pretty much how immigration works. Now that I've covered that, let me touch the reason why I specified if you were born in Jamaica after August 6, 1962. As everybody know, or most of you should know, Jamaica attains its independence from the United Kingdom August 6, 1962. Prior to August 6, 1962, Jamaica was considered a colony of the United Kingdom, and everyone that was born on the island of Jamaica were classified subjects of the United Kingdom under the British rule. So what I'm saying, I've done a video on this before about a year or two ago. You guys can check it out, see what my argument was there. But it's an argument that I did address. Here's the thing, it's very transparent. And for those of you who believe that I'm saying this because it's in my favor, let me declare that I was born in 1971. So that rules me out clearly. I am a Jamaican by birth. So anyone that was born before the year 1962, August 6, fall under the British law of being a subject to the United Kingdom. That would make you a British subject, a British national. As to why Jamaicans who were born before August 6, 1962 were not given this information, I could only guess. I could only say ignorance to the law is no excuse. I'm saying this on my very own. This is our information that I found. So I'm pretty much saying, if you were born before August 6, 1962, and you were initially a British subject, but you also have a right to Jamaica and its independence. So let's say you went ahead and applied for a Jamaican passport after August 6, 1962. Who knows, maybe there's something written in the clause that you just denounce your British nationality. I don't know that for a fact. I didn't comb the rules. And as to why Jamaicans were not given this information, I can only guess that, like in all other laws, no one gives you the information. The system kind of benefits from your ignorance. And that's why Law 101 says ignorance to the law is no excuse. So pretty much, if you didn't know that, that's kind of your loss, you know, and who knows it or who took advantage, more power to them. One of my subscribers asked me about how to attain a British passport if you were born before 1962, August 6th. That's pretty much the same thing I'm saying here. It all depends on what the law says. It all depends on denunciation rules. A lot of Jamaicans thought about this, but a lot of Jamaicans never really acted it. I'm not saying if you were born before August 1962, I'm encouraging everybody to run away from Jamaica and go to England. But I'm putting this information out there so people can know their rights, or people can even become inspired and want to find out more. You know, it doesn't concern me personally, so I'm not deep dive into the laws or the rules that surrounding Jamaican independence and the subjects of the island of Jamaica prior to its independence. But what did concern me was, I believe, 2001 or 2002, when the United Kingdom decided that Jamaican national needed visa to travel to the UK. That did bother me, even though at the time I was living in the United Kingdom. Again, it didn't affect me personally, but I love my Jamaican people, and if I can do or say anything that's going to open their eyes or smart them up or let them know better, I'm going to actually say it. So when the United Kingdom denied Jamaican nationals from entering the UK without a vetting system, without a visa system, I was personally offended, because the Queen of England is still the sovereign head of Jamaica. There's a Governor General in Jamaica that represents the Queen, and as long as there's a Governor General, it still means that Jamaica answers to the Queen. The Queen of England is currently the Queen of Jamaica. So I was truly offended in the sense that the UK was treating Jamaicans as if they're idiots, as if they are fools, and the Jamaicans in Jamaica actually allowed it. No one contested it. No one says, if the Queen of your country, pretty much the owner of your country, is the owner of our country, why is it that we need to have a visa to go to the United Kingdom? The Jamaicans sit back, and who was already in England just say, well, at least I made it, and who weren't in England just kind of accepted it and rolled with it. And the powers that be in Jamaica at the time, or even now, still didn't think anybody mistreated Jamaican. We were singled out. Jamaicans were singled out to be a group of people that were taking illicit drugs to the United Kingdom. Let me not really get too deep into that. I already expressed my resentment about that, like I say, in another video, but we all know that the particular controlled substance that was being smuggled out of Jamaica into the UK, we know that Jamaica does not grow that kind of controlled substance. So as I said in my last video, it was a conspiracy, because everybody, including myself, even though I'm not in the business of controlled substance, knew that if the country is not manufacturing those illicit drugs, and if the country is only a hub, all we have to do is get our security in line to make sure that Jamaica is no longer a hub to bring controlled substance to the UK. Nobody argued it, nobody got in it, and Jamaicans got fingered as traffickers or mules. Jamaicans got fingered as being mules, and they used that clause to, what I would say, put Jamaica in a corner, even though they broke a lot of their own rules by doing that. But you know what? If somebody allowed you to treat them like fool, then I could see why you treat them like fools. I do say my piece in where I believe the United Kingdom overstepped their boundary, but at the same time, if the Jamaican people allowed it, then it's okay, because that's all agreement is. Agreements are usually, if I say X and you say it's okay, then it's fine. So if I say you need a visa and you accept that you need a visa, then it's pretty much law. You made it law. You made it mutual. You made it a mutual agreement. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that right there, people. Anyway, before I go, let me big up some people.
Big up yourself to the maximum.
First of all, I want to big up one of my subscribers by the name of Alberta Joseph. And next, I want to big up a subscriber by the name of Esther Strategic Advisor. And last but not least, let me big up Nats Drew. Nats Drew, you know you're one of my favorite subscribers, so big up yourself.
Big up yourself to the maximum.
And that's pretty much it for me today, people. You know, like I say on my channel, I welcome thumbs up, I welcome thumbs down, I welcome agreement and disagreement, because at the end of the day, each one teach one. Until next time, people. Peace.